Hello, I'm Lowell Martin, and this is MCC Today, your place for all things education. On today's show, we have Teresa, Terrell, Nandi, Dove, and Whitney Ross Stevens. We have a lot of really good information. Please watch.
Thank you to the teachers for encouraging me when I wasn't sure where to start, for seeing my potential even when I didn't, for inspiring me to reach farther and try harder.
Thank you, MCC. You helped me change my future.
Find your wings at MCC.
And we are here with the wonderful Miss Teresa Terrell. How are you doing?
I'm wonderful. How are you?
Doing well. Now, you are a student here at Meridian Community College, and I just want y'all to know I hijacked her from the Student Success Center because you come there to get to do some work, to work on your math a lot of the time, because you love math. It's your favorite subject, and it is your friend. But you come there to get a lot of help. But you and I, we talk all the time, and we laugh a lot.
We do.
But I just wanted to get your experience, how things are here at MCC for you.
Things are wonderful for me here at MCC this time around. This is my third time returning. As they say, third time is a charm.
Third time is a charm.
And I'm really enjoying it.
Well, now, what is different about you this time, if you don't mind? Because you said originally you came in 95,
I did.
Right? Okay. And so how were things in 95?
Things in 95 were stressful.
Okay.
I graduated high school in 1990.
Okay.
And so many different things were going on for me back then. And getting out of high school for me back then was very tiresome. And you come to college, some people come to college to please their parents, to please other people, to do what they want you to do. But back then, I didn't do what I wanted to do. And that was just take a break, travel, do whatever. I wanted to come to please my family, my grandmother, just what have you, just keep going because, they always want to be proud.
Well, sure. and you want to make them proud.
And you want to make them proud, but they never know how tired or stressful it is or can be.
Sure.
So I just went through the motions until I burnt completely out and I just stopped.
Sure.
Then the second time I returned, I wanted to do
How much time passed, if you don't mind me asking?
Maybe 2003.
Okay.
I wanted to come back because I wanted to do something for myself. I wanted to be successful, but then I had children and trying to be a mom, trying to work, trying to do a whole bunch of things was an overload. So I was like, hey, no, I just can't do it.
Okay.
So this time around, I had to find out what was good for me. And I came back feeling confident. I came back feeling good. Came back not taking a lot of classes at one time, just one or two, what I can handle because I'm still a mom. I still work. I still have a whole life going on. But I only take a couple of classes because I don't want to be overwhelmed.
What is your purpose for taking these classes? Are you in a particular program? Are you doing it just for you?
I'm doing it just for me because I want to get that degree that says I did it for me. I'm not taking a specific major, just universe transfer classes. I'm just doing it for me, just to be proud of me.
What is your attitude like about school and about the work and the studying? Because a lot of students will wait till the last possible minute to study. They'll wait to get that work done. But I see you consistently in the Success Center working pretty much every day, every other day to get the stuff done. How has your attitude changed about the work that you need to do well in school?
Because this time I want to learn it. Those first 2 terms, I was just here in the motion, just here, because it wasn't for me then. This time it's for me.
You know, I tell students all the time, so, you know, college is not for everybody.
It is not.
There are some people, and in my heart, let me preface my statement by saying, in my heart, I think this is the best known way to do well in life, is to get a good degree, you know, in something that you can work with, you know, for a time period. But there are some students who don't do well in the classroom atmosphere. They don't do well. They learn, but maybe in not those particular ways. You know, they want to be outside doing stuff. They want to be doing, you know, there are ways to accommodate. But sometimes school is not for everybody. And when you get right immediately out of high school, sometimes you're not ready for college.
Correct.
Sometimes you're
Most
mentally
definitely.
not ready for college.
Most definitely, I agree. And kids shouldn't push themselves, because it's gonna cause an over the cliff moment when you're not ready. You've been in school for 15 years and you're just tired.
Sure. But
Admit that you're tired.
But I will say also that sometimes when you're not going to college and you're out there and you're having to work and you're having to do this and you're having to do that, sometimes that gives you the impetus to go back to school, because a lot of kids are like, or a lot of young people are like, okay, I don't want to have to do this all my life. I want to go back so that I can get a degree and so I can do better for myself and my family.
And you have those kids that are go-getters that will do that, that will go straight from high school to college and be successful. But every teenager, every person is not cut for that. They're already just burnt. And they need that moment.
Now, I see you in the Success Center. I see you a lot of times, and usually, I'm just going to say this, usually she's not by herself. There's like 2 or 3 people around. And I think people just naturally gravitate to you. What kind of advice do you give some of these young people that you are around?
Well, the young people motivate me, because I'm the older one and they're the younger one. and you know, I may ask them a question and they just might have the answer I'm looking for.
Thank goodness.
Thank goodness. I have a classmate, she's in there sometimes, and I'll be like, did you get that? Did you do this? She was like, I did that. But 2 or 3 of them I didn't. I said, me either. You know, it makes me feel good that the younger one didn't get it either.
Do you find it hard to get back into the whole mode of studying after being out of school for, you know, almost 20 years?
Yes.
Coming back and trying to get your mind back into the notion of, okay, I got to study this and I've got to be able to apply this and use this information. Is it hard?
No, it makes me eager to
Good.
get it. It makes me want to get it. I just learned how to do online last semester. Can you believe it?
Yes.
I just learned how to maneuver the online class, and I was like, oh my God, you know, this is good. You know, because when I don't have time to come to class, I can take an online class, and I can work it into my work schedule, I can work it into my home schedule. And once I really got the hang of it, I was like, this is great.
Good.
I was
Good.
like, you not only have to be in class, you can be out of class, you can be successful however you choose to be successful.
That's true. Now, what advice do you think you could give for someone who is possibly in your same circumstances and thinking about, okay, what can I do? What do I, you know, maybe they don't feel fulfilled, or what, you know, what kind of advice could you give them about coming back to school?
Let me just say, I felt the same way. I did not feel like I had accomplished anything. I work with children on a daily basis, and I get my fulfillment from helping them, and I get what school brings to me is I need to satisfy me.
Good.
I need to be happy with me. And coming back to school tells me that even at my age, I can do it.
Well, listen, I want to thank you for being here today.
Thank you for having me.
I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
We'll be right back.
Not essential. Never let anyone tell you that again. Never doubt your abilities to make a difference. How do I know this about you? Because I'm a teacher. I am the one who will push you harder and farther than you could have ever imagined. Teach you things that you never thought possible. And if you will give me 100%, then I will stand shoulder to shoulder with you, and together we will change your future. MCC, find your wings.
We are here with the wonderful Miss Nandi Tubb. How are you doing?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm doing well. Now, you are the program coordinator, instructor, everything with the dental
Everything.
assisting program here at
Yes.
MCC.
Yes.
Okay, and you've been doing this for almost a year now.
It's
Or
been a year.
Just over a year. Okay,
Yes.
Congratulations.
Thank
How are
you.
things going?
It's going good. My students this year, they just passed their infection control board. I got 12 out of 12. We accept 12 students, and we got all 12 to pass.
That is wonderful.
That is wonderful.
Now, by passing these boards, what does that mean? That they can pretty much go anywhere and work?
Yes, because Mississippi doesn't actually qualify or want us to take the board, but with them taking the board, they can go to any place in the United States and work.
That's wonderful.
That's wonderful.
Now, so this is a 2-year program?
1 year.
It's a 1-year program.
1 year.
Are there any prerequisites that you have to have before you go into the or before you can get into the program?
So they need to have at least a 17 on their ACT.
Okay.
Public speaking, English Comp 1, and it really helps if they take science classes, helps to get into the program. Since it's a competitive program, the more science classes you take, the better your chances are of getting into the program.
Because you, as you said, you only accept 12.
Only 12.
Okay, is that 12 once per year? Or?
12 once per year.
Okay, so the
So
only
once-
chance that you have this chance to get in,
That's
so
it.
some extra science would help you.
Yes.
Okay, now does the program run a fall semester, spring semester, and summer?
Yes, we have 3 semesters. In summer, I think that's the most fun semester. You're in the dental clinic. You get to go out to the different offices, and it's like a internship.
Okay.
And a lot of my students get hired after doing the internship. So, and that's what we want.
Sure.
We want them to get jobs, especially around in the city, in your hometown. And then we have students that come from out of town, and so when they're from out of town, I try to get offices closer to their hometown.
Sure.
Because I want them to have a job.
Yes. Now, so you said it's a 1 year, so this is a certificate?
Certificate program.
Okay, so can they go further with their education if they choose to?
Yes. The dental hygiene program is right across from us, and with them completing the dental assistant program, they get an extra 2 points on there to get into their program. And that helps them to do that. If they want to do that, you can go and get your bachelor's and become a manager somewhere, or teach like I did.
Okay.
There's lots of different options to do.
Well, so are there a lot of jobs available? Are there a lot of jobs out there?
There are. You
And-
can be a lab technician. You don't actually have to work in dental. You can just work at the receptionist desk. I worked at a prison being a dental assistant, and it was fun. You can work at the military base. There's like lots of different options. Schools,
Okay.
nursing homes.
Okay.
So dental is broad.
And if you don't mind me asking this, but I do ask this, the money, is it okay?
The money is okay.
Because, I
okay.
mean, you want to do something that you love to do,
Yes.
but you want to be able to live while you're doing it.
Right.
So the money is decent.
The money is decent.
Okay. Well, what brought you into dental assisting? When you were in high school, had you already planned to be a dental assistant?
This
or-
was not my first choice. It was
Okay.
not. I thought I wanted to go into healthcare,
Okay.
but then I was thinking about nursing, and then I was like, I don't think I want to stick a baby with a needle. So I was like, that's not me. In dental, I can still be around kids. I can still help people. That's my main thing, was to help people, and this was the way I could do it. And I'm not hurting anyone.
Well, at what point in your education, like, had you already started college when you decided you wanted to go into dental assisting?
Well, honestly, I found MCC pamphlets, and I was just looking at the different programs, and I was like, well, this is 1 year, so if I change my mind, I can still do something else because I'm still young. It's not a very expensive program compared to some of the other programs here at MCC. But when I got into the program, I absolutely loved it. And I was like, this is what I want to do.
Isn't it amazing when you are kind of floundering around and you don't really know what you want, and then when you find it, and you're like, this is it. This is what I really want to do. Well, what about the transition from working as a dental assistant or in an office or with prisoners or with kids or whatever to actually teaching and being in charge of the program? How did you get there?
Well, that was a big transition. Well, I'm a big Christian, so when I was in the program, I told my teacher, I said, I'm going to come back and I'm going to teach this program. And I actually did. I thought I was going to be about 30 years old when I did it, but no, God had different plans, and He has me here now. I've been here a year, and
things are going well.
Things are going well.
Are they treating you well?
Yes.
MCC treating well? Because you can just come to me. No. But I say this all the time, and with a lot of our guests, that when I say it's like a family here.
Yeah.
We really are like a family here, and there are people here that you get with them, and you're like, how have I lived without this person?
I'm like everybody's baby sister. Everybody want to look out for me, take care of me. They're like, do you need anything? And I was like, I think I got it. I think I got it.
Well, do you have any plans that you would like to see the program do, or kind of like, would you like to, can you expand? You've got to, I know that with the laws in Mississippi and stuff that you have to have a certain number of students per teacher.
Yes.
Do you have any other plans on the horizon for the program, or anything that you think of that you would like to do?
Well, I'm trying to make the program more me. I'm from the younger generation,
Okay.
So I've been incorporating more technology, more games into the classroom.
Okay.
I want to
Are
work
the
with
students enjoying that?
That's why we pass boards.
There you go. I mean, you have proof right there that this is working.
This is working.
Okay.
I want to work with hygiene a little bit more.
Okay.
Because we're two separate programs, but we're right there next to each other. We should work together.
You should be more, yeah.
So
Okay.
we're working on that.
Are other teachers coming to you saying, because you're doing the games and things like that and incorporate, are they coming in and saying, hey, how are you doing that? Or can you show me how to do that?
I have. And I actually just had an accreditation visit, and my site visitor, she was like, she wrote down the games that I played and asked me how to do it, and she was going to incorporate it into her program.
The best thing in the world. The
Yes.
best thing in the world.
I bring
And
all the new
those
insights.
accreditation things are, oh my gosh.
I was so nerve-wracked.
Because this determines, your program for the
Yes.
next 3, 5 years,
Yes,
whatever.
7 for us.
7, and this is big deal.
We passed with no recommendations. They loved it.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Well, listen, I just want to thank you. Welcome to MCC,
Thank you.
belatedly. But I want to have you on again to talk some more about the program, and maybe even get a student or two. to
Yes,
come
that
and
would be
talk.
perfect.
I really appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
We'll be right back.
Meridian Community College. For more than 75 years, we've helped students soar. Establishing the first tuition guarantee program in Mississippi, we put our students first, while creating pathways into the workforce and offering a seamless transition to a 4-year degree. Now is the time to find your purpose and register today, because those who move forward never get left behind. MCC, find your wings.
We are here with one of my favorite people at MCC, Miss Whitney Stevens, Whitney Ross Stevens.
Right.
How are you doing?
I am well. How are you?
I am doing well. Now, you are in charge of all things financial aid here at Meridian Community College. Am I
That's what they
correct?
tell me.
Some days I don't know.
Like, some days it is in charge of me.
Exactly.
Now, what is your official title?
Director of Financial Aid.
Yeah. Now, you know, I'm the director of the Student Success Center, and they came a couple of months ago, and they're like, okay, guess what? We got some big news for you. We're making you the director. And I was like, I thought I was.
Right.
And they're like, no, you were the manager. And I was like, oh. So now I'm, okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Congratulations.
So, congratulations on being the director. And you know, and I've said this about your department a lot, because when you're dealing with money, you can see both the best and the worst in people.
Right.
And y'all are still able to maintain
Right. We try our best.
a pleasant attitude and a pleasant workspace.
Right.
Even when you're seeing some people, because sometimes when you're told you're not going to be getting the money you thought you were going to be getting, people.
Yep, the demeanor changes.
The demeanor
does,
changes.
But it's very important to, even sometimes when you have to deliver the news that's not so pleasant, it's still very important to make sure that you give students hope.
Yes.
That's one of the most important things. I may not always be able to tell you yes, or I may not always be able to tell you what you want to hear. But still, even in the midst of that not so pleasant news, we still are going to find a plus side. We're always going to find that rainbow for you.
Good.
So that is very, very important for my staff and I, just to make sure that we tell students that this isn't the end all be all.
It is not.
It is not. We may have to pivot a little bit, monitor and adjust, but don't let this be the one thing that absolutely stops you and breaks you, because you can still carry on.
There you go. And you can still get your education, and you can still, do what you want to do and pursue your dream.
Exactly.
Now, I hear that we have some new software.
We do, and we are very, very excited about this new software. And speaking of other alternatives, we have a new scholarship software for our foundation scholarship, which is for our returning students.
Okay.
And it's called Scholarship Universe. This will be the first year that we're launching it. So what students will do, they have a May 1st deadline like we always do on foundation applications, but we used to have paper and colored paper and things that they fill it out. Now they can fill it out a couple of clicks from their computer, their tablet, their phone, and they're ready to go.
Okay.
So what this scholarship software does is that it takes the students' information as they're inputting things, and it starts matching them to the scholarships that they're most qualified for.
Okay.
And then not only does it allow them to apply for our foundation scholarships, now there's a separate database that has scholarships from everywhere that they can apply for. So this is going to be huge for our students as well. So not only do they have our opportunities for our in-house information, our in-house foundation scholarships, they can apply for others as well, and that's going to be a game changer for our students.
There is a lot of money out there available.
It's out there available.
Yes.
So this is going to be very important, because like I said, they can apply for these as well.
Okay.
And so you still, it's a whole nother door, a whole nother opportunity.
So you said this is for our returning students.
For our returning students.
Do you have to have been here a semester, a year?
Yes, you have to have been here for this year.
Okay.
And so then they'll be returning in August.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So if you've been here a year, at least you can begin this.
Yes, you can begin for this scholarship.
Now this is a question that I've had before, but does getting scholarships affect your Pell Grants or financial aid?
It does play a part in financial aid. It will not reduce your Pell Grant, because that is what you're going to be eligible for. But if you are receiving other types of financial aid, we also have to include that scholarship award in there, just to make sure the students do not go over what's called their cost of attendance and go into over award, because then we'll have to reduce some things. So it does incorporate in it. It won't exclude them necessarily from any other type of financial aid, but we have to count it all just to make sure that they aren't going into over award.
Okay. So they have to have completed this by May 1st.
Right, May the 1st.
And how do they get to this new software?
So the link is actually available online. The link is meridiancc.scholarshipuniverse.com. It is also on our financial aid webpage on meridiancc.edu, and there'll be a tab that says returning students. If they'll click there, and then it'll say returning students application, they click there, it takes them right into the software.
Okay, I am fascinated by this. That not only does it do the foundation scholarships, but it actually opens up for others as well. So, you know, because there is, as I just said, there's so much money out there that goes unused and available every year.
Simply because you don't know. And that was the one thing that we loved about the software when they told us about it. This is going to open the floodgates. I mean, there are scholarships out there for very, very, very particular things that students may not even realize or look for. And a lot of times we use the example of left-handed students and things like that, but just all type of things that are very, very specific.
Students?
There are.
Really?
Yes, there are scholarships for students who have certain type of hobbies and certain type of sports that they may have been interested in. They may not have gone to a school that had a golf team, but if they were interested in golf and in other outside organizations, Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts, all of those things that they probably have grown up doing, that we may not necessarily have something specific for here at the school, but there's a scholarship out there that they could meet that criteria for, and that could put them in the running to get that.
Wow. Okay. This is, I agree with you, this is a game changer for them if they will take advantage of it.
And we are strongly encouraging them to take advantage of it. If they need to come by the office to fill it out, at our office we have 4 computers available all day. From 8 to 4:30 is the time that we close. We ask that you allot maybe about 30 minutes for it, just to kind of get in and get through everything, because we don't want you rushing it, because we don't want them to miss out on anything. So if they want to come by and see us, we can gladly help them with it. They can just sign in, hop on those computers, and get it submitted.
Is there anything like they should think about beforehand, like such as like, okay, go ahead and kind of list out your hobbies, or list out your,
just kind of think about your hobbies, what your major is, some of the things that you're going to be interested in, some of the volunteer work that they've done in the past. So it's kind of some of the similar things that you will see on a freshman application when they first come in. Keep those things in mind, and you may want to jot some of it down. So if you have a little time to kind of prep for it, prep for the opportunity, definitely consider some of those things. And write that down and come on in, and we'll get it done.
Well, in addition to having the 4 computers there, you come by the Success Center.
Right,
we will, you know, we'll find it for you. We'll help you with it. So, you know, and we're open till 6.
Okay, awesome. So, yep, if y'all miss us and y'all go on over to the Success Center, and they will help you all as well.
Well, listen, tell them that website again. You say you go to you can go through financial aid page.
Right, you can go to the financial aid page, and you'll click on the tab for returning students, and the scholarship link is there. Or if you want to go directly to it, it'll be meridiancc.scholarshipuniverse.com.
Okay. And by May 1st.
By May the 1st. That is the deadline.
Do this. It
Please
is important.
do this. Please, very important.
Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
We'll be right back.
Since 1996, the MCC Foundation Tuition Guarantee Program has provided students an opportunity to find their potential. Thousands of students have benefited from the program. Over $6 million have been invested in the students who learn and live right here in our community. This program is funded by individuals and businesses who believe in our students, our families, and the economic impact of an education at Meridian Community College. Now is your chance to offer support. Give today at meridiancc.edu/give.
On behalf of executive producers Tanisha Clark and Matt Milner, media mogul Joshua Taylor, and student producer Lamantra Cooley, Honcho, thank you for watching. We hope you learned a little something, and we'll see you next week.